Hi, it's me again. I'm chuffed to bits. I've just had what was a really boring session with not a lot of fish and would have been quite a dull video. And then at the end of it, I've just had a terrapin, a decent sized one too. Anyway, watch the video. Hope you enjoy it. Cheers.
So you're just about ready to cast in. Your first cast of the morning. Good morning. And these guys turn up. Right where you're going to fish. That one just about in the centre of the picture. It's just where I'm going to put it, next to those lily pads. But thankfully I haven't fed it yet, so we'll let them get bored, stir up the bottom a bit, which does me no harm, and then hopefully disappear. So they're finally gone. I've put in a method feeder, but it's just got liquidized bread on it, and I'm fishing a piece of bread crust on the hook, hoping that the crust might pop it up a bit. Just make it get picked up by one of the bigger fish that hide under those lily pads. We're getting knocks and things, but that's just little fish playing with the floats. That was a bite. Again, I think just a little fish. I get a lot of that because I'm fishing bread. I'm fishing with a 1 3/4 pound test curve rod. I've got method feeder under my float. And I've got 12-pound line on and 7-pound hook length to a size 12 hair-rigged hook, which is what's got the crust on. And hopefully get a chance to catch a fish before the swans come back. There's a lift. Something moved the method feeder then. So, being in for about 5 minutes, I'm going to put another set of ground bait in. Probably wait for the swans to move first. They're heading back. Oh, I'll just wait until they've gone before I do anything. Hope the fish are eating all that liquidized bread, the little ones. So there's nothing there for the swans when they come in. If they come. Keep going, don't stop. That went under a decent bit then. May have taken the bait. No, still moving. Oh, there they are back again. Just on the other side of the lily pads with the geese who they keep chasing. Did just have a bite, so he got another 20 minutes. I was only here for a quick hour. Still hopeful. There's definitely fish around, as you can see from those rings coming in. That's something knocking the feeder about. minutes left now, but we'll have to go. 6 minutes. Just had a liner. So exciting. We're really down to the last few minutes. Got a couple more indications. There's something sniffing around there, and something made all the little ones just dart away. Could have been a perch, of course. So literally counting down the seconds now. We'll have to go. Oh, just had tench bubbles right next to my float. Well, tench bubbles, carp bubbles, something disturbing the bottom. Oh, gonna have to go. I really don't want to. I think if I'd been able to stick another half hour in, I might have got something. Bait's down. There's activity near the float. Everything I want, apart from a fish. Just take it now, stream off. I can hook into you and hopefully try and land. So I got a proper bite bang on 8 o'clock when I've got to pack up. Started sailing away. I lifted the rod up. I struck into it, which I probably shouldn't have done, and got my bait. No hook, no fish. Bother. Gotta go now.
Just had the swans through again, but thankfully this time they didn't feed. Pair of coots over there, but they're not going to be a problem. Not any bites, no sign at all, apart from I had a carp swim through the swim. Small one, I think it was the one I caught previously here. Well, they're on their way back, but this time on the other side of the lily pads, thankfully. No geese today. He must have chased them all off. Just got a carp going through the swim now. Just down here at the end of my rod. Might have just made it out. Let's hope it takes a detour and takes some of those hooks. It's a ghosty type. Really quite out just next to my float now. Just see its back end going into the under the lilies. Let's hope it finds that bait on the bottom end. Gives us a bit of a something was moving around my float then. The float just lifted. Don't know if it was a line bite off that carp. It's actually something playing with it. Method feeder down there with a wafter on. And lots of lovely crumb around it. Just lifted in so much, oh so slightly. Keep my eye on it now. Well, I'm at the stage where I would have gone last time, but this time I've got a bit longer, so hurrah. Maybe we'll get something. Definitely had movement around it in the last 10-15 minutes. Float's getting seriously messed with now. Just had a lift, just had a little fall back. There's obviously fish around where the bait is. It's on a method feeder, so it shows a lot before you actually get a bite. It's just lifted again. Barely see the float there. Keeps dinking under. I think that's more to do with the method I'm fishing than the fish. I'm tightening down to it with a over heavy weight on the bottom, so it's not that surprising. It's just lifted a little bit. Something must have knocked it off the float slightly. Oh, getting excited. It's up and down constantly now. Definitely stuff around there. Feeding on what's already gone in. Just wanting to pick up my wafter. Dropped again. Pick up
to the other one. These bites don't tend to be tiny little pecks like this, they tend to be sail away. That is what I'm waiting for. Something here just swimming through my swim. Can't see it without standing up, and I don't want to stand up and ruin it. That float's just going down again. There's definitely fish in this swim. Keep the feed going in. At some point I'm going to get a bite, I'm sure. Just had small fish jump, loads of bubbles near my float. Movement of the lily pads. There's fish all over the swim, and I'm not catching them, which is a little bit disappointing. Floats come up again. Oh, please, just take my bait and go. Can't float. The wind's picked up a lot, and I've changed my bait over to bread. This pond gets a lot of swans being fed and ducks being fed, so it might work. I'm really struggling today. I've seen a few fish through the swim, but not had a bite. But then, oh, that looks like one there. There's the bread. I was going to say, but then it is getting colder, days are getting shorter, and it does make a difference. I would have thought I'd have had a couple of fish. Well, I switched back to the corn, getting nothing on the bread. This is getting annoying. Well, I finally got a fish and a single piece of corn. Well, this has been a bit of a disaster. Carp through the swim. Finally got a fish on sweet corn, but it was only a tiny one. So I don't think the big fish have been feeding. It is cold. It was 4 degrees yesterday, so in the morning. It's a little bit warmer today, but the water temperature will have dropped. I did see those carp moving about, so certainly doing something. Disappointing. I hope it's been okay to watch. He did miss the biggest catch in that one of the swans went down for my corn, and I managed to pull it off before the swan decided to swallow the whole thing. Big problem, swans. Gorgeous creatures, love them to bits, but wish they'd leave your bait alone. Managed to get it in just before it was a problem. Anyway, if anything else comes, I'll film it, otherwise tight lines. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, even if the actual results were not what I'd like. Thank you. Well, I have caught something, and it's not what I want. This is a terrapin, and I'm going to have to get it off the hook, which I've watched a video on because I knew they were in here. Didn't really want to do. There we go. Hello. So there we go. Let's try and get it off. So this is an absolute first for me. I'll get him off and get him back in again. There we go, unhooked, back in the water. So hopefully not be caught again.